What's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy Pizzle4420 coming through. See what's going on. See how you're doing. Dodgers won the World Series tonight. We can talk about that. We can talk about whatever you want. It's all good. Your boy doesn't matter. I'm just in here chilling. Gonna talk a little bit and maybe get on this a little bit of Raider talk. Maybe just talk some shit in general. Who knows? Depends on who shows up in the Chisel chat. There might be some fucking, tampon Tim kind of guy or some kind of, who knows? Some kind of demasculine kind of guy over here who wants to use pom-poms and torque and shit. There's a bunch of these guys around here in the nation. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the World Series. It was a quickie. Thought it might have gone 7 games, but sometimes you don't get to 7 gamers. You only get 5. Sometimes you only get 4. It is what it is. The pitching for the Dodgers obviously just was phenomenal. So, unfortunately the Yankees didn't get their bats on par until last night and then a little bit tonight. But I don't know too much about baseball. I don't really watch baseball too much. I consider that kind of America's nap time. I've been a Dodgers fan since the 80s, so it is what it is. I just don't watch anymore. I don't watch basketball anymore either. Just like I'm just locked in a certain era, and when that era don't exist anymore, so I just don't watch because it's just all pretty much turned into what the NFL is. It's not even really sports anymore. It's just entertainment. But, yeah, it was entertaining, though. Got some home runs. We got some stolen bases. Got a ball ripped out of the mitt and during a foul ball yesterday. So there's a whole bunch of cool stuff that happened, It's a pretty cool World Series. But, it is what it is. We'll see what happens next year. Maybe they could run it back. They've been in it. The Dodgers have been in it in the playoffs and stuff for a minute. But they should have won last year too, but they didn't. So they got it this year. Hopefully maybe next year too. We'll get it going. Just keep it rolling. That's all we can do, Yeah, fuck it. But so Andre James is, I guess, hurt, and I guess JPJ is practicing at center right now. Is the rumor, and that's good news for us. Hopefully, he can come through and do something cool. If not cool too, whatever. Hopefully, we can get something going, man. We got to get something going on the offensive line. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is, but they got to get in sync, man. They got to shore this shit up. Until they get this offensive line addressed, I don't care who the quarterback is. We're not going to be doing shit. You can have anybody back there you want. They're not going to be able to do nothing. So it is what it is. And I don't know. We got to address the whole Minshew thing too. Like he's hurting the team more than he's benefiting the team. That's not good. But obviously they're still going to ride with him. I don't understand how or why or what the reason is, but they're going to ride with him. And I guess they're not really trying to win any games. It's apparent that they don't want to win. So it's cool. Not really, but there's nothing we can do about it but sit back and just watch them scuttle the ship. Because that's pretty much what they've done. And, yeah, we're just going to do our thing. We got some good games, good matchup games this week. So that's going to be kind of cool. We're playing the Bengals. We're probably going to get smashed by Joe Burrow. They've been a shitty team all year, too. They just haven't been able to get their shit together either. I don't know what the hell their problem is over there, but I don't know how you can be losing when you got Joe Burrow. But people have their issues all over the place. Every team has their issue. It's not, nothing's perfect. Some people want to upgrade and act like they want to win. That's why they get on the phone. They make phone calls. They spend their money. We don't want to spend our money. We want to hold on to it. I don't know. I guess maybe this is an audition season. See who wants to hang out. See who's making bad business decisions, as we would say. Obviously, this isn't Antonio Pierce's personnel that he wants. This isn't the team that he wants to build, right? He obviously wants to run the ball. We don't have the personnel to run the ball, so that's out. And if he doesn't figure out how to do what he needs to do, he might be out by the time he gets the running game started. So I don't know. Some people need to understand that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to build this shit right. And you might as well tear it down right now and build it up right. No better time than the present. And that's what we're going to have to do if we want this shit to come through. We're going to have to build this shit up. We're going to have to build it right. We're going to have to start with the defensive line and the offensive line. I don't really see him getting a quarterback this year anyways, to be honest, because there isn't really anybody that, I guess there's a couple of people these guys are saying, but I don't really see anybody worth getting. So, and there's really no good offensive linemen either in this draft either. So that's kind of like 6 to 1, half a dozen to another. So it is what it is. We definitely need to adjust the offensive line. I don't know if we're going to get veterans or we're going to go through the draft, but that's got to be addressed. We can't just keep going to the to free agency to get quarterbacks. We've done that 2 years in a row. And what's it gotten us? It's gotten us Jimmy G, and it's gotten us fucking Gardner Minshew. And what's that gotten us? A fucking steamy pile of dog shit. That's what it's gotten us. So, it is what it is. That's all we can do. And hopefully we get our shit together. If we don't get our shit together and get this team built right, I'm going to die only having seen 3 Super Bowls. And that's horrible. I want to see more. Well, 4, including the one that we lost, but I don't really include that because we didn't win it. So it is what it is. But yeah, we definitely need to get back in here, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's nobody. Mark's acting like he don't want to win. AP's acting like he don't want to win. Tom Telesco, I call him Costco Tom. Costco Telesco, his ass don't want to get no talent. Don't want to get no personnel. Want to get no players in here. So until we get some players, until we get some, till we get somebody who wants to get some players in here, and it's really on Telesco. All AP's job is to do is coach these guys and make game day decisions. Telesco's the guy who goes out and gets the talent. He's the one who builds the team. So Telesco gets the talent. AP's supposed to make that talent work. They're supposed to sit down and have a discussion and figure out who they want to get. Well, I don't know if they did that this last year or not. It doesn't seem like they're on the same page because from what I see, nothing seems to be working right. We can't even stop the damn run. How are you gonna do anything? I mean, that's the most fundamental thing that you need to do is tackle and stop the run. Like that's the number one thing. But that's neither here nor there. It is what it is. We're gonna keep it cracking. We're gonna keep trying. I'm sure. We'll throw a screen or we'll run it and then throw a screen. or we'll run it 2 times and throw a screen, or we'll run it 3 times and punt. These guys will figure out something someday, but I wouldn't count on it anytime soon, fellas, because it's looking brisk. I'm sorry, bleak. It's looking pretty bleak, but that's all right. It is what it is. Can't. We don't have control over the team. We don't have any control over making decisions. I know we all wish we did, because I think that a lot of the nation could build this team a lot better than what Mark Davis and these guys have built. I really believe that. I believe that there's people in the nation that know how to build a team better than Mark Davis does, and that's kind of like the problem. Like one of our main problems, obviously, is our front office. So that's one of our main issues. We got to deal with that. That's got to be addressed first. You can't have great coaches without a great organization, and you can't have great players without great coaches. Because that's the front organization is the guys who bring in the great players to give to the great coaches to coach. We don't have that. We don't have any of that. And that's a problem. So we need to address the front office first. And that's before, anything else. The front office has been a wreck since, probably 2011, even before that. But it's been a wreck for a long, long time. And, Al Davis was stubborn. He wanted it run his way. It's his organization. It's his business. Now, Mark, he wants it run any old way. He just wants it to make money. He doesn't care. And that's a problem. You know what I mean? When there's more red shirts than there are black shirts in our own stadium, that's a problem. It looked more like Kansas City over there than it looked like the Raiders. That's sad, man. It's sad to see what this organization has turned into. Like, I don't understand how they don't get. Nobody wants to go watch a team lose consistently. Nobody wants to go and spend money on something that doesn't give them any kind of joy. Like, you're not giving us any kind of joy, dude. Nobody wants to spend money on something that, I'm not saying they got to win every time, but goddamn, you should be winning at home. If you can't win at home, where else are you going to fucking win at? Like, it's ridiculous, dude. We can't even win at home. That's got to be addressed. Like, I don't know. The defense, I don't know what's going on with Patrick Graham's defense. Last year, the last few games, it was looking like it was on fire, right? Top 10, ranked number 1, all this stuff. Where's that defense at, though? Where's it at? Where's all that energy? Where's all that player's energy that wanted to run through the wall for the guy and do all that? Where's that team at? Because I don't see that team here. That's not this team. That was last year's team. So I'm wondering what happened between him getting the job in July, because when they came out and played their first preseason game, they stunk up the place. The defense couldn't do nothing, couldn't stop nothing. So it is what it is. And everybody was talking about it then. Look, they can't even stop the run. Sure as shit. Like, you can't be physical. You can't stop the run. So, got to run the ball. I know he wants to run the ball inside the red zone, inside the 5. But you can't run the ball if your offensive line is getting pushed backwards. You can't start on the 2 and end up on the 5. You can't do that. You know, you got to start figuring out when to take these timeouts too, man. Like, AP's got to do some stuff, man. He's making the same old mistakes, and it's crazy. we got a team that basically is insane. I mean, we're just as insane for watching it, for following along with it. Literally, you have to be nuts not to be able to figure out that these guys are just wasting our time, spinning our wheels. 40 million, dude. You can't get no players. That's like having a bunch of money and then you got one thing in the cupboard and shit. And we can't go shopping until we eat all of that one thing. I know we got money, but I want to eat what we got first. I don't want to go get nothing else. I just want to eat the same old meal every time. I want hamburger helper and shit with the little macaroni noodles in it. I want that shit every time for the next fucking eternity. No thanks. Go spend the money and go get something else. Go get some taco shells and some taco seasoning and shit. Make some tacos. Fuck hamburger helper. Do something. Make some lasagna. Whatever you do, don't make that fucking hamburger helper. And fuck that rice-a-roni too. All that shit is fucking garbage ass gross shit. I hated when my mom cooked that shit when I was growing up. Nasty. Yeah. I had to sit at the table all night having to eat that shit. I wouldn't eat it. I'd sit there and then they'd just say, go to bed without your dinner. I'd say, yep. Get up and go in and go to bed. That's how your boy rolled. The boy's always been hard-headed. But there's one thing I'm going to thank my old man for, and that's giving me this life. My mom and dad, all of this, grandma and grandpa, everybody. Be thankful for what you got. Be humble, man. Be humble. Be thankful. Thankful for what you got. Not everybody's as as well off as we are. Some people have it better. Some people have it worse. Some people don't have it at all. But whatever you have, you got to be thankful for, because not everybody makes it. Not everybody gets to live a life. Some people get to live 120 years. Some people get to live 2 seconds. Some don't even make it out the womb. So we just got to be thankful for what we got, and just realize that everything that these guys tell us is a lie, and just accept it. Try and figure out your own way. Do your own research. Do your own stuff. And that's my best advice for you. Because and don't listen, and don't be listening to the food pyramid. The food pyramid is straight garbage. Don't do it. Whatever you do. Thanks for the like. Thanks for coming through. The food pyramid that these guys tell you to eat, this corn oil and all this other stuff. Don't eat that shit, man. Your body don't digest that. Go eat some olive oil or beef tallow, or fat. That's what you want to eat. You want to eat some beef tallow. Throw that in with your eggs instead of butter. Fire. That's what McDonald's used to make their French fries with back in the 80s and the 70s when Mickey D's was actually pretty good. When they actually had real meat and shit. That's when their fries were the best, is when they used tallow, beef tallow. Shit was fire. I miss that stuff. But yeah, you definitely got to, and definitely start reading your labels, man. Make sure you buy organic shit. Make them pull all this shit off of don't buy any cereal. Don't buy any cereal. Don't buy any sodas. Don't buy any of that stuff. I haven't had soda in like 3 days. I'm quitting soda. I'm like, fuck soda. Straight the fuck up. Getting off the sugar. I've been drinking soda since I was probably 8 years old. And I just started drinking water like a couple of months ago. So it's time for me to get off the soda. I'm probably going to be a diabetic from drinking all that fucking corn glucose syrup and shit. Nasty ass shit. What the fuck? We got to take better care of ourselves. Your health is your wealth, yo. Your health is your wealth. What up, All Eyes on G? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. How about those Dodgers? We won. Got ourselves a World Series ring. That's number 8. We're looking good. We're getting her done. That's what we do. We get her done. And, had a hell of a night. Had a hell of a series. And thanks. Got to thank the Yankees for showing up. Sorry we don't got a participation trophy for you. But thanks for participating. There's got to be a winner and a loser. This time you were the loser. Next time you might be the winner. But this time you were the loser. We won't know until next time. But you guys smoking? Chilling? What's going on? Got anything you want to talk about? Woody whoop, woody whoop, woody whoop, woody whoop. Well, I'm gonna break it down to you all, guys. All right, so like in 84, 85, 86, somewhere right around there, okay? There's this big war on tobacco in this country, okay? And I don't know how old you are, so in California and all across the country, they're like, oh, we don't want tobacco, we don't want smoking, we don't want any of this stuff. And so what the tobacco companies did is they went and bought up all the food companies, all the major food companies like Kraft and all this stuff. They all bought into that, and then over that made their cigarettes, their tobacco addictive. They started making the food addictive the same way. So people that are eating food and just keep eating and getting well, I don't know, getting fat. I don't want to be, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but when your fat ass keeps eating and you don't stop eating and you don't stop eating, that's because the food that they're giving you doesn't have any nutritional value, bro. And it's emptiness. They just got you just putting hand to mouth, eating all this shit. And then you got them spraying all the wheat and all this grain and everything is sprayed with fucking Roundup. That's in all the cereal. So don't eat the cereal. It's in all the flour. So, like when I have tacos now, I don't even have taco shells, bro. I just throw the meat and the cheese and shit on the plate. I don't even use taco shells because I don't want to eat the flour. I don't want to eat the shit. I'd rather not eat because I don't want to eat that GMO fucking shit. Fuck that. Like people need to read the labels on the food, man. Once you stop buying it, they won't make it anymore. If you don't buy it, they won't make it. These food companies, by the way, so back to the food companies. So the food companies also have special blends for Canada and Europe and other places because other places don't allow those chemicals and shit into their food. They're not allowed to sell that food to their citizens. So if you're making a special blend for them, how come you're just not making one blend for everybody? Well, how come you're making us a special blend to get us sick? See, our whole food program right now is a predatory system, dude, to keep us sick so we can go to the doctor and they can give us pills for the rest of our fucking lives, dude. It's a fucking predatory health system, dude. They want everybody sick. They want everybody obese. They want everybody taking pills for life, taking shots. Listen, dude, you can just take a shot and keep eating. This is how I lose weight now. I take a shot and I just can eat whatever I want and I'm going to lose weight. Like, how fucking lazy can you be, dude? Like, no effort. just want to shovel food into your mouth. That's just a waste of fucking humanity, dude. Get out there and live. And some people, don't get me wrong, have health problems, dude, and they can't help it. But you know, one thing that I did read is salt. Eat some salt. And that salt will push all that water out. Right now, you got a lot of water and shit in there, dude. You got to drink some salt. Yeah, well, dude, there's right now they're fucking 3D printing fucking meat, and they're selling this shit at all these main grocery stores, Costco, all these places are all selling all this shit, all this fucked up meat. Dude, your boy, I go to the grocery store, I just buy groceries. I don't buy meat from there. I go to get butcher box, dude. But I understand a lot of people can't afford that, and they know that they can't. And that's their plan, dude. Their plan is to fucking feed us bugs, and we're not going to own anything, and we're going to be happy about it. That's their plan, and that's why they're really like Trump's still part of the whole gang. The only thing that Trump's not part of is the whole globalist agenda idea, because Trump is a nationalist. These other people are globalists, so. That's why they hate Trump, because Trump's not going to go along with their global agenda. He wants America first, which I don't blame him, which is what we should be. Why are we giving all of our money to all these foreign countries? They're not sending us money. Nobody sends us money. We send everybody else money. How does that fucking work? Like, why would we do that? Why, you name another country that does that. You can't, because no one's dumb enough to do it but our politicians, because our politicians give our money to all these fools. What up, Anthony Estrada? How you doing, man? You watch the World Series? You enjoy the Dodger win? Thanks for coming by and saying what's up. There's only a couple of you guys in here. Your boy's been on here for a half hour. Most of the time I've been talking to myself, but it's all good. I don't mind. I got to kick this. I got to keep putting the time in, and hopefully things will turn up. If not, it's cool. Like I said, I don't do this to get a bunch of likes and get a bunch of viewers. I'm not trying to make money off of this shit. Your boy just likes coming on here, chilling with the peeps, and, talking some shit, seeing what's going on, and go from there. Oh, all right. Well, I hear you. I feel the same way about the Super Bowl and shit. It's all good, you know? So, yeah, so for some reason, all of our politicians know that what the food companies are doing, poisoning us and shit. And what's what is that? The FDA and all this stuff supposed to have all these regulations. They've been bought and paid for, dude. They're bought and owned. Why do you think they're able to poison us? The FDA wouldn't. There's this yellow dye. I forget. I think it's yellow 40 or something. It makes rats translucent, and they give that to us in Skittles and M&Ms and all this shit and all the candies, all the nice, beautiful yellow color and all the food. Yeah, that's the one that makes the rats translucent, and they're feeding that to us. Fluoride is a byproduct that they put in our water. See, they don't want to throw this stuff out. They don't want to pay the disposal of these chemicals, these byproducts of all the stuff that they've done. So then they put it in our food so we fucking eat it. Go look what fluoride does to you, dude. Fluoride, they tell you it's for your teeth. You think the government gives a shit about your dental bill? Fuck no, they don't care about that. It makes you docile. It makes you soft. It makes you fucking soft. What up? What up, D-Menace? How you doing? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Anthony, for sure. Yeah, I mean, these guys, the government's all this whole thing is just a facade, dude. They don't care about us. You think that somebody who cares about us would be like, hey, we're gonna allow these guys to poison you with all these dyes and all these nitrates and all this shit to give you cancer in your ass. Well, people don't really die from cancer, dude. They die from radiation poisoning from the chemo. And chemo doesn't even work. You want to heal cancer, go listen to some megahertz. Go type in cancer megahertz. It's like 150,000 to 300,000 megahertz. And if you think I'm bullshitting, go look at they got slides of cancer cells getting blown up and shit. The worst thing, you know what happens? The worst thing, my dad didn't really get sick until like the last 2 weeks. He had cancer and he was still doing his thing. He's still walking around strong. The worst thing that ever happened to my dad is when they did the biopsy, bro. When they did the biopsy and they popped the tumor, when they popped that tumor, it went into his bloodstream, it went all through his body, bro. All through his body. It's all clumped up in that tumor for a reason, dude. So it doesn't spread throughout your body. But they fucking go in and they penetrate it so it will spread out throughout your body and it fucking kills you. Like, dude, like they know none of this shit works. If you think I'm lying, dude, go look it up. It's right there. They can't hide the facts anymore because of YouTube, because of the internet. That's why you always hear these guys like Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris and Biden and all these. We got to censor these internet channels because they talk to millions of people and they're unfiltered. They're uncensored. Yeah, because you can't control the narrative anymore. That's it. Straight the fuck up. The media cannot control the narrative anymore because the truth is so easy to be found right now. Joe Rogan has more people watching him than any news channel does during prime time, 5 to 8. Like who do you think reaches more people? The bullshit news that the Mockingbird news channels that everybody believes. That's for grandma and grandpa watch that shit, and that generation is dying off as we speak. So that's their main concern. Their main concern is controlling the information flow. Why would they want to do that? They made it legal to propagandize the American people in 2010, just so you know. Before that, they weren't able to propagandize us. But they passed some shit and they're like, yep, now we can do it. Even though it's unconstitutional, they just think they could write some shit that supersedes your constitutional rights and shit. It doesn't work that way, dude. For some reason, the American people are letting it work that way, but that's not how it works that way. You can't just write something and think it supersedes the Constitution. The Constitution is a supreme document of the land. Anything written against the Constitution doesn't hold water. That's what it says. The Bill of Rights also says anytime there's a government becomes unruly and tyrannical, it's the people's duty. It's our job to go and kick the tyrants out. It's our job. That's why they put the Second Amendment and all this shit in there. It's for us to be able to kick out these tyrants because they knew what was going to happen. They knew that our government was going to get this way. These fools keep calling us a democracy. The only thing that makes us a democracy is that we pretend to vote for some bullshit that doesn't even really exist. It's all a TV show. It's like wrestling. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. We're a constitutional republic, yo. There's no, where does there say democracy anywhere in there? It doesn't. Not one time does it say democracy in the document of the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. They keep telling you that so they can say, oh, well, the majority rules, because that's what they want. Democracy means majority rules. The reason why we have a republic is because when the majority rules, they can take your rights away. If 51% say, oh, we don't want guns, you can't have guns. But when you have a constitutional republic, they can't do that. Oh, absolutely. You got to stay ready. That way you ain't got to get ready. You're already ready. I mean, like the DOJ just put this thing out that said, oh, we can fucking fatally kill U.S. citizens. No, you can't. Just because you signed a law that says you could do that doesn't mean you can. The Constitution says you can't do that. So what makes you think you can sign a piece of paper and like we're just gonna be like, yeah, that's right. It's constitutional. Fuck no. Lost your fucking minds. These politicians have been getting away with this shit, dude. Everybody's like, well, this is another thing that pisses your boy off. This right here. You're supposed to pay taxes. The rich aren't paying their fair share in taxes. You're not even supposed to be paying taxes, you fucking retards. Didn't you know this country was founded on not paying taxes? Like, I don't understand how people don't get it. Like, this whole foundation of this whole country was built on not paying taxes, bro. Guns, throwing some fucking English motherfuckers out of here with our guns, and not paying fucking taxes. That's it. That's what this country was fucking founded upon, bro. But yet we're paying taxes anytime we buy anything, anytime we get any of it, anytime our parents die, you're trying to inherit it, any kind of they want a piece of it. Well, they're not there working. Fuck them. I don't know what's wrong with us. Why the fuck are we giving them fucking half of our fucking paycheck, bro? We're working Monday through Wednesday and Mondays through fucking Thursday for these motherfuckers. Why the fuck do we get 1 day's worth of pay and they get 3? How the fuck does that make fucking sense, yo? How the fuck does that make sense? You know, right now people are living worse than people were living in underneath the Depression. I just want you to know that. Just so you know, we're living worse now than people were living in the Depression. You just don't think so, but we are. Money is basically worthless. I'm just waiting for him to come out and say the dollar's worth nothing. You got to get on the digital currency now. Get ready to have everything you ever buy or think about buying tracked on this fucking shit. Like it's gonna be fucked when they get rid of cash, dude. You're not gonna be able to do nothing. There's gonna be no privacy. You're not gonna be able to buy anything private. You go to the store and buy some bullets. You go to the store to do anything, buy some whatever the fuck you want to buy. You want to go and try to buy some weed from your weed dude or whatever the fuck you want to do. They're going to know everything. That's not the kind of life I want. That's not freedom. See, what they're doing right now is basically saying freedom's too dangerous for you guys. Your freedom's too dangerous. You can't handle your freedom. They're fucking ridiculous. The Constitution wasn't built for the people. It's built for the government to tell them what they can't do to the people. It's not a restriction on the people. It's a restriction on the government. That's where people are all fucked up. Got our shit all screwed up over here, man. People got, I don't know, man. But back to the food thing. The food thing is very, very empowering. Just don't eat any of that corn oil stuff. Like I said, get yourself some olive oil or get yourself some beef tallow. Yeah, I guess, but you're still going to have to, well, you just have to use your fucking Zelle or whatever. I mean, they already have the Zelles and everything like that. So it's all good. they already have the cashless app thing, but they just, it is what it is, man. I just don't like them knowing what the fuck I'm doing and who I'm sending my money to, and why is it their business what I'm doing? The government's up in everybody's business. That's the problem, is the government's gotten too big. Why do you think it's costing us over $1.5 trillion a year or something to keep this thing running? What happened to the government used to run on $1 billion a year? Why don't we go back to that? Oh, I know, because there's no surveillance and there's none of this other shit that they're doing. See, that's what they want. They want big government. And everybody's like, yeah, take more of my rights away. Every time there's some kind of bullshit that's a false flag, they're like, yeah, the Patriot Act. You got to give up your privacy and all your shit. No, dude, just because you write something and put it through Congress and put it through law, it doesn't stand, because it's against my Fourth Amendment rights. It's breaking my constitutional right, dude. And it doesn't hold water. But yet every year they pass this emergency. And they just signed in the Emergency Patriot Act. They got to keep the emergency going. Every year they sign that emergency. They got to keep that emergency shit going, keeping us under that executive power. That's what people don't realize what they're doing. They have us still underneath the 2001 fucking emergency shit, where the Constitution doesn't really hold any weight right now. They can pretty much do whatever they want, because there's an emergency. They deem an emergency, and then they're able just to, we just are able to throw the Constitution out. As long as we keep extending this emergency, even though there's no emergency, because that's what they're doing. They're saying it's still an emergency, but there's no threat. Where's the terrorist threat? You mean all the shit all the people you're fucking terrorists you're letting through the border? You're letting that happen. You left the southern border. That's like leaving your back door wide open, yo. Come on in. Would anybody that just leave their front door open so people could just walk right in, chill on your couch and shit, smoke your weed, drink your alcohol, eat your food, use your toilet and your toilet paper and shit, use your washer and dryer? Hell no. Yeah, man. The people are just ridiculous. You're a racist because you don't want illegal migrants in this country, illegal immigrants in this country. You're a racist. No. The first step the very first step into this country is they're breaking the law. Like, what's that hard to understand? There's people that have waited 20 years, dude, in line to get their citizenship. 20 years. These guys just stumble across the border. And then these motherfuckers just give them a phone with an app on it, and they get fucking thousands of dollars, dude. Thousands of dollars. Don't believe me? Go look it up. They give them an Obama phone with a fucking app, and they fucking turn on the app. They get the app, and then they get their EBT card. They tell them where to go, what to say, all of it. It's a planned invasion, dude. These guys are like it's an apple, right? Imagine you have an apple, but inside the apple are a bunch of worms eroding it from the inside. That's the only way that they can kill America, is eating it from the inside out, dude. Breaking it down through these politicians and their bullshit communist policies. Because that's what the Democratic Party is. They're the party of communism. All they want to do is take your shit away. We don't want to take guns. Oh, we want to take your guns. She can't make up her mind. Why do you think all this regulation? What do you think regulation on all these corporations and shit doing, like this gasoline and all this stuff? That's communism, dude. Why are the American people having to? How come we're having to save on energy? Why is it up to us to save the world? What makes the politicians in this country think that we should be the ones that in the world? Why is it? Why isn't it that the people in China shouldn't be saving the world, or the people in Russia? Because it's bullshit, dude. They know it's bullshit. The only ones that believe that the fucking air is pollution and all this shit, and this fucking climate change and all this bullshit, is the American fucking retarded Democratic Party, dude. They're the only ones that believe that bullshit. I live at the ocean right here, dude. I live here. And if the ocean was rising, I would fucking know, bro. I'll tell you that right now. It ain't fucking rising. It ain't doing shit. The water there's no more water coming in here, bro. We're a sealed system. There's not more. Whatever water is here is here. What's unfrozen is unfrozen. It's going to be on. It's going to freeze somewhere else. The water's just moving. Yeah, everything's. Yeah, exactly. D Menace. We're just living right now. We live in a society where these guys just want to control everything, dude. Every aspect of your life, they want to control everything. Not only that, they want to tax you until you're broke. They just want to tax you until you're fucking broke, dude. Well, what? No, all eyes. What the American politicians think they are is our parents. They think they're our mom and dads, and they think they know better than us, and that we should be listening to them. Like, no, dude, that's not your job. Like, okay, so I live in California. I don't know if all of you guys live out here in Cali, but we voted to start killing motherfuckers with the death penalty a few years ago. We voted that passed. We also voted to get rid of this bullshit daylight savings time that they got. And you know what they fucking told us? Nah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to pass it. We want to. The daylight savings time has been around for 100 and something years. We don't want to change that. It's not up to you, motherfuckers. We don't want it. We are the boss. That's what I don't understand. So how do they get to decide what the fuck is good for us? We're telling them what they want. And they're like, no, Junior, we're going to tell you what's right for you. Fuck off, dude. Daylight savings time just makes it colder, so you spend more money and shit. Costs you more money because it gets dark earlier. They say, it's for the farmers. The farmers aren't here. And it's the middle of fucking winter, bro. Ain't nobody farming shit. Fuck you mean? Fucking delusional ass shit, dude. And the death penalty thing, yeah, that's good old Gavin Newsom and his fucking liberal policies and shit. That's what I'm talking about. Their communism shit. They let these guys out so they can come run shop on the fucking people, and then they can gather them up and put them back in jail again. It's fucking insane here, boy. These policies are nuts. You got people killing each other, killing somebody, and then within 24 hours, they're back out on the street, cashless bail. Like they didn't do nothing wrong. What the fuck is going on with this country, dude? They want this shit to happen. Or else they wouldn't pass these policies. Why do you think they said, yeah, fuck it? You know what? We're going to let them destroy everything. We're going to push the felony up to $950. $950. Fuck it. You go to any store all day long. You just go steal $950. Fuck it. What do you think that did? Go look at Oakland. Go look what it did to Oakland. Look what it's done to San Francisco. They don't fucking care, dude. They destroyed it. They killed the goose. Just the state of California alone is like the 5th largest economy in the world, bro. The 5th. They killed the goose that laid the golden egg, bro. They killed this fucking state. They're killing our country. They sent all of our jobs out everywhere else because they're like, oh, we're polluting everything. So what? We don't get to have any work. You send all the jobs to Mexico and China, and you give them all of our steel and all of our steel hammers and all of our shit. And now we're just sitting here like, well, you're consumers. Well, we can't consume if we can't fucking work and buy shit. How do you consume if you don't fucking work? You got to have money to consume. Like their whole fucking, that's what I'm saying. Their whole fucking shit is ass backwards. Like, why the fuck are we relying on China to make our shit and send us shit anyway? Or for Taiwan? Why is Taiwan making our computer chips and our missile chips and all? Why are we fucking subcontracting that shit out to other countries? What the fuck is going on? I don't fucking understand any of this nonsense, dude. Like you're letting Chinese buy land right next to our U.S. military bases and shit. Why is China even able to buy fucking land in this country? Why is any foreign entity able to buy land in this fucking country, bro? The fuck is going on? Yeah, Elias, that's what some motherfuckers think they can do. And if you have the DA, because that's what it comes down to, dude. Like, it's the DA down there, London Breed or whatever her name is. Maybe she's the mayor, whatever. Yeah, she's the mayor of San Francisco. But the DAs, they're not prosecuting. They don't care. You can commit as much crime as you want. They don't prosecute. They don't prosecute. So they're just letting these. They're called the communists. Marx calls them useful idiots because they're the ones that stir up all the shit. They're using these useful idiots to go up and to cause all the disturbances, to start the shit. And then once they do that, and they get their revolution and they think that they win, then they're going to kill those useful idiots. You know why? Because those useful idiots are going to turn on them. Happens every time. Why do you think they're trying to take the guns? Why do you think they're trying to confiscate the guns so much? What do you think the motivation is in that? All you got to do is look at Venezuela, maybe look at China. They ain't got no guns. You see how they treat us now with guns. Imagine if we didn't have guns. There'd be concentration camps everywhere, re-education camps. Excuse me. Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't even want to talk about the genocides that's going on over in Gaza right now. So don't even get me started on that shit. That's fucking ridiculous. And we're paying for that shit. Just so you know, we're paying for a genocide by a people that were genocided. Like, that's just fucking, that's just crazy. I'm just telling you right now. People that claim the Holocaust and always claim to be, people to be, anti-Semitic, right? They're the ones that are committing a genocide on the Palestinians. Isn't that ironic? I mean, that's just crazy, bro. They're doing the exact same thing that somebody else did to them. They don't see nothing wrong with it. Isn't that ironic? Well, we have a right to defend ourselves. Okay. You have a right to kill women and children and shit? I don't think so. It's just nuts, dude. Like, I can't believe we're paying for this shit. The war in Ukraine, these guys are just sucking up billions of our dollars, but we ain't got no money for the people in the land of Georgia. Those people. The American people could suffer. They can, we got $750 we can loan them if they qualify. First, you got to qualify. I've heard what the qualifications are, but I don't know if they're true or not. So I haven't really looked into that information. So I'm not going to say something that I don't know for sure. So I'm going to leave that right there. But it's ridiculous that they're basically making everybody spend up their bank accounts, their savings, and hotel rooms, because where else are you going to live? And the hotels are, raising the rates. Where are you going to go? Gas through the roof, because you can't get it. You got to go 100 miles to get gas. It's crazy. And, they just sit around, not doing shit, not caring. I mean, why would they? Like, they live in a plush ass fucking gated community surrounded with people that are armed with guns. That's why they want to take our shit. They don't care. They got armed security. That's why they don't care if they got it or not. That's just how you got to look at it. There's a reason. The first thing they do when there's a registry, why do you think they want a national registry? So they know who has the guns. Once they know who has the guns, then they can put up the ban, and then they can go ahead and go get who has the guns. And that's how it works. That's why they want to know. They're not even supposed to have a registry, but I know the ATF has already been caught saying that they have a registry. So, California's got a registry too. You got every police department. If you own a gun in California, every police department, when they run your name, they know what you got. When they run your name, running a ticket, whatever, they know exactly what you got. I was coming home from my girl's house one time, about 3:15 in the morning. I got pulled over. The cop was walking up to me all skittish and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, you got your gun in the car? I'm like, no. How do you even know I have a gun? It's like, because it's in the what came up when I ran your name. I was like, oh fuck, how did that fucking happen? And that's just how shit happens, dude. So don't think that California don't already have an illegal registry, because they do. These guys don't want. And California is like the worst place, too. The only place that might be worse than this place is Hawaii. Hawaii is really bad on firearms. But what else is new? It's people's right not to like them, right? That's cool. But it's my right to like them. Just like it's my right to say what I want to say on my channel. If people don't like it, they can leave, right? Nobody has to hang out and give me their opinion. Nobody's making them come here. It's the same thing with guns. Nobody's making you buy a gun. You don't like them? Don't buy them. Don't be around them. Oh, absolutely. These guys are scared anyways. I'm like, the death penalty, they don't have the death penalty, but they got the cops running around with guns that can kill you. I don't think that's kind of fucking, what do they call that? I'm trying to think of it right now, but I'll think of it in a minute. Let me hit this weed. It's double standard, but there's another name for it. I can't think of it right now. But yeah, that's just a little crazy. Just like the cops could lie to you all day. They got you in custody, you and your boy or whatever, and they're telling you right, all your boys snitching on you. Oh yeah, we got evidence, all this stuff. We got you on camera, all this stuff. They're going to tell you all of that bullshit. You know what you tell them? I just want my lawyer. If your boy's really snitching, there ain't nothing you can do anyway. But most of the time, they're just telling you that so to see if you can snitch on yourself. It's when you know if you're riding with a real guy or not. Which if you're riding with your boy, he ain't talking. So they can say that all you want. If you're riding with your boy, with your real one, you ain't even got to worry about it. You know he's not saying shit, and he knows you're not saying shit. So just shut the fuck up. That's the best advice I could give you. Shut the fuck up and get a lawyer. I don't answer questions. Shut the fuck up, and I don't answer questions. Best advice I can give you. That's hilarious. You're funny, y'all. Yeah, it's a fishing expedition, bro. When they pull you over, they're fishing. These fools pulled me over a couple weeks ago because my paint on my fucking license plate is starting to fall off. The little fucking stupid ass, reflection shit that's on their license plate. Well, mine's falling off. A cop seen my shit, busted a U. He went all kind of crazy shit so he could pull me over, ran my shit, right? He's like, all right, registration's clear. He said, he said, when he first pulled me over, he's like, oh, there's nothing wrong with your driving, sir. It's not that. He said, but your license plate, the paint on your license plate is falling off or whatever. It's losing its reflectiveness. And they want us to start pulling people over because the cameras can't, take your picture when you're doing this stuff, when you're driving in the lane, because we have the express lane over here that goes from here to San Jose and from San Jose to San Francisco or whatever. So apparently, I was like, all right, whatever. And so, I'm like, well, I just got my registration, which I did because it's June, so I just got a little while ago. So, and I was like, in order for me to get new plates, I'm gonna have to get a new sticker, basically. And he's like, oh, I don't care. And so he's like, oh, okay. So I hear it come back. He says, so yeah, your registration's good. He said, can I see your ID? I was like, you just ran my shit. He said it was clear. He said, well, that's your registration, sir. I was like, this motherfucking guy, this little cocksucker. He said, cocksucker asked me. The cocksucker said, what up, Gordon? He said to me, well, that was the car. He said to me, have you been drinking or smoking? I said, do I smell like it? And he just walked back to his shit, ran my shit, came back to me and said, you're clear. I said, I know. Dumb fuck. Get the fuck off these nuts. Give me my shit. And I continued to ride over to the Safeway where I was actually going to do my shopping to begin with. Like, I fucking dog them, dude, because I feel they're inconveniencing me. And when I was younger, when I was, in my 18s, when I was 18 to like 30, I used to be intimidated by these motherfuckers. But now I'm like, fuck you. What are you inconveniencing me for? I ain't no fucking kid. Get the fuck out of here. Go find someone else to fuck with. Guys are fucking ridiculous, man. Go find something else better to do. I know all he was doing was fishing. He just seen that shit and he said, oh, all right, I got a fish on the line. I got a reason to pull him over. Let me see what he's doing. Let me see if he's been drinking. Let me see what he's been up to. He's fishing. That fool thought he was going to Mexico on a marlin expedition and shit. Wrong. When you ain't been drinking and you ain't been smoking, that's why I don't smoke in the car and shit anymore. I used to smoke and drive all the time back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. I used to smoke and drive all the time. But then when they legalized it, I stopped smoking and driving. Because there's nothing like getting pulled over and just rolling down the window and smoke's just burrowing out of your shit. You're getting a DUI, bro. I mean, car smells like weed all the time because it depends on if you got leather, you're cool, but it still gets in the carpet and the headliner. But if you got like my car's got like a fabric, so it's going to absorb in the fabric and the headliner. It's going to smell like weed in there all the fucking time. So I don't smoke in my car. So I know what they're fucking doing. I'm not dumb anymore. I used to be dumb and careless and shit. Smoking when I was driving, being a dummy. Didn't really think the cops were going to ever fuck with me about it, but I mean, it's hard to prove it if somebody's fucking high while they're driving anyways. It's not like alcohol where they're like, okay, blow into this thing or come out here and do a test. None of that shit works for weed, bro. Whatever you do, don't drive high. Just saying. Don't drive high and don't drive drunk. That's why they got Uber. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's like back in the day, you're out looking for adventure and shit. Like you're looking for a little adrenaline rush, a little, a little frightening and shit. Oh shit, they're fucking with me. I knew as soon as they see me, they're gonna fuck with me. I just knew it. It's weird, bro. Just the vibe. You're rolling by and they're just mugging you. I'm like, oh fuck. I don't even look at him. I'm side eyeing the motherfucker. I see him just mugging me. I'm like, oh fuck. Sure enough, ridiculous. Always trying to bust nuts over here, bro. It is what it is. But yeah, I ain't been in no serious trouble in a long time, so I'm just gonna keep it at that. Keep it that way too. Your boy don't need no trouble. So what else is cracking, yo? What you guys all about? You guys smoking? Smoking and choking? Yeah, this little climate change thing, this global warming and all this weather shit that they're talking about. You know, they have these weather machines, right? There's several countries that have these weather machines, and they actually call it weather warfare. So basically, and they actually have this shit that they can control where the storms go. They can. I know people are going to think that I'm tripping, but you can go find this shit online. Because those hurricanes are the first time those hurricanes have ever done what they've done. Nobody's ever seen that happen before, from what I've heard. So, but basically, China, we have one, the English have one, a bunch of Russia has one, a bunch of these countries have these weather machines, just kind of like HARP. And what they do is you can make it rain, you can do all kinds of shit, and then because it's the weather, it's an act of God. You can't prove who did it. So there's you know deniability, plausible deniability. So I don't buy any of this stuff just happening because of global warming. Anyone who believes that has got to be you know. But people buy it like they buy the tea. Well, yeah, they've been seeding the clouds, but that's different than what HARP does, bro. HARP is something else. HARP also controls the weather. HARP sends electricity through the stratosphere and shit with aluminum. That's why they use the chemtrails. That's what they use the chemtrails for. Because that goes up in the stratosphere, and then they use that, and it kicks off fucking hell of megawattage. Go look up HARP. It's up there in Alaska. Well, that's one part. There's a few parts. I think one of them's out here off of the coast of Half Moon Bay. It's like a funky looking ball looking thing. Sits right out there. It's kind of funky. I don't know what it is. Yeah, the army seeded the clouds on the Ho Chi Minh Trail in like 1971 or 1972, something like that, in the early 70s, and they made that shit rain 36 inches an hour, bro, for 3 days straight. It's dumped. So yeah, they can make it rain. They can make it do whatever they want. And just dumping, fool. It's a lot of water, yo. Yeah, I know. Well, over here they call it a drought because these motherfuckers in California, that's how they control the water, dude. That's why they won't allow any. That's why there's environmentalists. Fucking, they allow the state the state allows the environmentalists to fucking prolong the fucking these new reservoir builds. Like, we haven't had a new reservoir since we've been working on a reservoir since like the 1980s or some shit, dude. It still ain't done because these guys are fucking around. Like, that's part of the problem. The problem isn't that there isn't rain in California, bro. There's plenty of rain. There's nowhere to store it. There's no storage. We paid hell of money in like 2016, I think, or 2015. We voted for hell of money to go into the to build reservoirs and shit underground and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, oh, we got a lot of rain. Oh, everything's filled up. We're going to delegate the money to do something else. Well, now there's a drought again. It's a fucking prize. And they've already spent all the money. You know, California's, these guys, Gavin Newsom and the fucking Democratic supermajority out here in California, dude, have gotten it so you can't even vote on anything. Gavin Newsom can just runs rampant over anything that he wants. Whatever he wants to pass, he goes to Davos to these financial meetings where all these commies hang out, where Klaus Schwab and all his pals hang out and shit. And they talk to him about the policies that they want to try and they want to try out. And so he comes back here to California, where they have the super majority, and he passes their ideas through legislation here so they can try it out and see how it works. And if it works out good, then they'll pass it on in other states. That's why everything's done here first in California and then spreads across the fucking country, because it's a super Democratic majority and they can do whatever the fuck they want here. Anything that they dream up, Gavin Newsom will dream up. The state legislators and the fucking guys will pass it and he'll sign it. Anything. So, it's like, what the fuck, dude? I want to get the fuck out of here. This gasoline bullshit he just passed with all this gas, these refiners got to have extra storage tanks in case there's a shortage. You just created a shortage of gas, you dumb fuck. Like, this guy thinks he's smart, like he makes it look like he's doing something. All he's doing is fucking everything up, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. These guys ruined this shit. We don't even need to be importing gas. We got our own gas. We could be doing our own thing, but the environmentalists in this fucking state, we can't do that. We need to be making our own gas, and it's got to be a special blend. We got to have a special blend of gasoline. We can't use what the rest of the country or the rest of the world use. We got to have a special blend that's made only here in California, because it's not worth anybody else doing it. That's what we've got. That's why our gas is so expensive. So this guy punishes this shit, dude. Why should these guys be making $1 billion? He's acting like the state ain't making billions. These guys want to charge you 30 cents a mile out here all of a sudden. That's something he just dreamed up. He dreamed up a 30 cent a mile fucking tax for everybody to do. Because the electric cars, remember, the best thing, the sale pitch for everybody to get an electric car was, oh, you don't have to pay the gas tax and you got to ride in the happy lane. Well, guess what? Now that everybody's buying these electric cars, well, now instead of you paying the gas tax, you're gonna pay a mileage tax. And if you got a car, you're gonna pay the mileage tax and the gas tax. They're gonna double fuck you. So that way they're pressuring you, basically blackmailing you into going and getting an electric piece of shit vehicle that they could turn off. Yeah, no, I don't think you should be able to leave today. We're not going to let you leave. Oh, you know what? We're not going to let you charge your battery. You went too far. Oh, you know what? You owe us some money. Take them to the police station. You get in your car, drives you right to the police station. Fuck right off. Fuck no. These people are doing way too fucking much with their 15-minute cities and all their shit they want to do. Own nothing and like it and eat fucking bugs. Making fake meat out of 3D printing machines. Fake fucking fruit. Fake fucking vegetables. Painting it. Like all this shit is fucking for real, yo. This shit ain't fake. He's worse than Trudeau, bro. That motherfucker's worse than Trudeau. Gruesome. I call him Gavin Gruesome. Gruesome Newsom. That's what we call him out here. This motherfucker, dude. This is how retarded the fucking Democrats are out here. We wanted to recall his ass, and they voted to fucking keep him. Yeah, these motherfuckers are doing all kinds of shit with these fucking electric cars, bro. They're not the future. Why is it costing you $79 to charge your battery, bro? And an hour or 2 hours of your time. It takes me fucking five minutes and fucking $50. Gasoline is the most efficient thing to be driving around with. It's just crazy. But yeah, I appreciate you all coming by, hitting the like button, saying what's up. Your boy is just chilling. Figured I'd get on here, do a little bullshitting, get a little rant on, get on my soapbox, do a little shouting on my little YouTube. You know, do what I do. There's nothing really to talk about the Raiders yet. We haven't played yet. So I guess I could go watch the game and go find some names to pick on, but there's really no use in doing that. And the whole team is a shit show. You can't just pick on one guy. Can't just blame Gardner. You just can't blame the offensive line. But who you can blame is Luke Getsy. You can definitely blame him. And you could also blame AP. Because AP is his boss. And AP said, you can still, what? Call the plays. Surprise. I mean, there you go. You can't make this shit up. 8 weeks of this shit. And they're still going to go let him call plays. I don't get it. I don't think that guy's qualified to call plays for Pop Warner. I'm just saying. I don't think he's qualified to even do that. But that's just my opinion. He said, yes, I'm right. You are. They both fucking suck, dude. Trudeau sucks. I feel sorry for fucking Canadians, bro. I'm surprised you guys haven't taken him fucking down already, dude. Beat him down like with those baby seals, hit him on the head like a baby seal and shit. You never know. You don't want to do that, though. You don't want to commit violence. Violence is bad. You don't want to do that, but you definitely want to vote him out of there. You want to get him out of there as soon as possible. Yeah, well, exactly. They can't think. Well, I tell you one thing: they definitely ain't throwing the ball. They definitely ain't running the ball, and they definitely ain't stopping the run. They're mediocre on the pass. So yeah, there is no identity, and there's no energy either. Like I don't know. I don't know if these guys are bought in. They just don't seem bought into me right now. And I know why they're not bought in. They're not bought in because they're not winning. It's not working. Like they see it's not working. Like that's like going into a job and you're unhappy. Yeah, because the boss is a jerk or whatever your problem is, you're bored doing the same job all the time, or you don't want to be around a certain coworker anymore or whatever, same thing. These guys are just, like I said, they're probably doing a little rehearsal for next year. Because, they're only going to keep a few guys that are on the team that I see right now. You're going to, like I said, last night, you're going to keep Bowers. You're going to keep JPJ and Glaze. And I don't know who else. There's no one else really to keep. Everybody else you can flush right on down the fucking toilet. And then on the other side, you got Max and Wilkins. You keep those two. And then maybe that Merrick or whatever. He looks good. The zero guy. Yeah, he looks pretty good. I don't know what his name is, but yeah, he's a rookie or whatever. He's covering good. He's doing his job. He looks good. All the other guys, I don't know. Oh no, Palomal, he can stay. He's doing pretty good. He's cool back there. So we have a few guys on offense, literally a few, like 3. We got 4 or 5 people on defense that are worth the fuck. Everybody else is flush them. We got to bring new people in here. We got to upgrade the talent. I know nobody wants to hear it, but we're not going to get anywhere with Eichenberg and these guys, dude. We're not going to get anywhere with them. And, there's an AP, a linebacker coach, and we can't stop the run. Linebackers can't stop the run, and we got a linebacker coach for a coach, or a head coach. I don't know. Can't cover a tight end. Kelsey came in there and got a get-right game on us on National Tight End Weekend. I can believe it. I'm not surprised. But that's just life. That's how it goes. I'm sure that's what they're playing tonight when the Yankees lost. Right on, guys. I'm going to head on out. I appreciate you coming by, hitting a like. I enjoyed kicking it with you and celebrating and taking some rips. And thank God they didn't pull a 4-game win streak on us, because that would have been embarrassing. It's embarrassing enough right now, sometimes being a Raider. It's rough being a Raider. This organization, this team, it isn't for everybody. So, all you can do is grab your popcorn, take a seat, and later, Gord, and, and hope for the best. And hope that they build it right, because if you build it right, it'll last for a while. Right? It's going to take a few years to build it, 3-4 years to build it. But if you build it right, it might last a decade. So, right now they're just trying to shortcut. Like I said, you can't be building a house with 18 on center, being studs, one on 16, one on 18 center. You can't do that. You got to build it right. You can't cut corners. The Raiders have always been trying to cut corners by not doing what they need to do, which is the inevitable, which is built through the draft. They always want to bring it, and it's all right to bring in a veteran like Wilkins and all this stuff. All right, that's not a bad thing, but you can't always You can't always go to the well. Like we've gone to the well the last couple of years with this quarterback shit, and it's come out all shit. It's all bad for us. Like there's some shit that you can't get sometimes in your value out of these guys, out of these veterans. Some of them are worth keeping, some of them aren't. But you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon. Right on for coming through, and go Raiders, as always. Peace.